The best short sword in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Stay tuned for that. What's up, guys? I'm Franky Boy on this channel covering everything regarding KCD 2. And I even had an interview with Toby recently regarding the post-launch content plan of Warhorse, as well as Kingdom Come Deliverance 3 and more. It's gonna be maybe up here soon with subtitles because we did it in German. Now, we're gonna be talking about the best short sword in KCD 2, of course. And without further ado, let's talk about it. There are two possibilities for you guys. So the first one is with a quest, and this is the by far best short sword in the game. I'm gonna make it quick. It's here. This new quest, it is northern from Kuttenberg, northeast from Old Kutna, and yeah, from the monastery. It's just over there. Right here, do the quest and go to the tomb. You will find something in there, in that grave. Not gonna spoil any more. So that's how you get the best short sword in the game. Now, the second best one, it is the one that everyone can acquire at any point, and it's super quick and easy. Only you need some preparation. First up, we go to player, of course, skill, craftsmanship, and then see Martin's secret. That's what you need. You need the blacksmithing or the craftsmanship to level 16. How do you get that? Easy. You farm bandits, and after you farm those bandits, you simply go into your inventory and repair all the stuff that they drop. Now, I'm currently not wearing a repair kit with me, as well as destroyed garbage from them, but that's the way to level it up. You could, of course, sharpen your blades, like going into your forge of choice, then simply choosing here the sharpening process. And the deal here is that you can destroy what you just did to the sword. So you either repair it to level 100, and then if you see like that here, that actually destroys it if it's getting blacker, and you will then know, okay, I have to sharpen my blade again, and this will of course increase the craftsmanship as well. And you can see clearly the color changes in here. So yeah, it's razor sharp now, so this means the perk that I just gained, it's below above 89. So it's pretty sharp and pretty decent, I guess. Let's check the inventory. Yeah, it is. So that's how you level your craftsmanship. Simply kill some bandits, get their garbage loot that is destroyed then by you, and then use it to repair. Of course, you can let someone hit you and then repair your own stuff again. That's a thing as well, but yeah, you might die from it. So I prefer to beat some others up, not getting beaten up. Now, where is the location for the recipe that you need for the best sword in the game? Now that you have the player stat, also of course recommended to, before crafting the stuff, going to your food store thingy, and then get the swift hand potion. And I eventually drank all of it. As you can see, I just have this buff in my buff bar because I consumed it, but I can show you the buffs anyway. So it's the strong quick finger potion effect. That's how it's called in English, and it increases your craftsmanship by 6, and that way you will become a master smith. I have 30 with the buff now, almost 26, since I crafted a lot of stuff here and upgraded a lot of or repaired a lot of gear. Now, where do you get the recipe and what is it? It's pretty straightforward and easy. Simply go to Miskowitz or Visco, Visoka or Büllerny. It's funny how these towns are pronounced when they are written in English. I think German is a little bit closer to the Czech real version, but I love how Sackdol is written here because in German it's a K, because we pronounce K like Sackdol. But yeah, anyways, go to Miskowitz. It's here from Kuttenberg, and then you go south here. There's the abandoned forge, and in that abandoned forge, there's a chest. So simply head over there and have the time of your life. Now, here is it. In that chest, you have to lockpick it, and the material for you will be there as well. And then you have the forge right next to you to craft it. And what is it called? It's, of course, that sword, the noble sword. That's the best one-handed sword you get without a quest. So you need deerskin. The sword pommel, the horn sword guard, Toledo steel and iron, all of those are in that chest for you to craft it then. Except for the deerskin, and I would recommend to go to a leather craftsman, a dude, or a hunter, and then get it there. Or you could, of course, like go and hunt some deer yourself. Here's some recommendations for you on that map. It's just, here's the abandoned forge. I have the unlock all on the map perk. I wouldn't recommend to get it for yourself, but yeah, just for the sake of this video, you can of course now use it to have the material you need. After that, you will then go to the forge, and 3 pumps doing per Preheating, pre-blacksmithing, of course, get that potion, save that game. If you fail to make the level 4 stat sword, you will be having a bad time. So do 3 pumps per area. The sword has 3 areas, and then look, bum, 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 and do that all the time and until the sword is hot enough. Don't overheat it because it will then fail to be a level 4 item, and then bam, chuck, bam, chuck. Go ahead and go all over that sword until you found that perfect rhythm. You can see the perfect rhythm is of course when Henry is whistling, like that would be like the perfect world, but you don't need to hit that rhythm exactly. Simply make sure to evenly hammer that sword. Always go like 1 step ahead until you're at the top and then make your way back down. You can make it in one go, but I wouldn't recommend it because if the sword is getting too cold, you will then fail. And then it results in a level 3 sword, not a level 4 one. So at this point I decided, let's better go back to this forge and try it again. Because in the end, one forge attempt takes to like 3 to 5 minutes, depending on your speed and craftsmanship, of course, as well. But it is still a time-intensive thing. And I personally don't really like that feature too much. I think, yeah, it's of course like slowing down the whole game, but I want to live adventures, to be honest. And in the end, if you did everything right, you will then cool it off, of course, and the result will be, hopefully, a successful forging of the noble sword on level 4. And that will look like this here. This is the noble sword. You can get it in level 3 at the first region already, in Trotsky, at Castle Trotsky. But right here you can get it in the level 4 best in slot version, and it will be weaker in comparison to the two-handed sword, of course, but it's still better. Now notice that in this attempt right here, I had because I actually got a level 4 sword, but the display said level 3. So double check your inventory if you're then about to reload that game save and think like, why can't I do it? Because in the end I ended up with 2 level 4 swords because I did it 2 times and it worked, but just the displayed icon was wrong. So keep that in mind. As well as for this one, the best two-handed sword in the game, I will cover it in another video, or have covered it in another video. That is bugged right now on level 4. So the nobleman's sword, yeah, it's pretty decent, and I would recommend you guys to get it. Because, why? Yeah, it's not the strongest sword in the game, but it's pretty quick. You can use it like with a less stamina, which is great. You're quicker on the blow than your opponents. And of course I put it into test with some bandits on that map that I can find now with ease, and I had it there just to test out this sword, the quick noble sword on level 4 in Martin quality with Martin's secret, and I eventually kicked some ass. You know, I arrived at that bandits camp and normally I would then assassinate these enemies, and they are pretty strong. They have decent gear here, so I was quite surprised by how many there are and how decent the gear was. But lucky for me, I can of course then afterwards take all of their stuff that I have to beat 1,000 times to get them down and then repair it. That's like of course a great thing to do, but these guys are pretty overwhelming here. And of course you will never be that insane person in KCD 2. You will never be that guy that beats 1,000 warriors at once, because it's still a little bit more realistic. Now if you're at the end of the game, you have like level 30 stats everywhere, plus boosts on your stats, of course you're gonna be pretty tough and beating easy bandits without any armor with ease. But if you're outnumbered, that's always your weak point, and then you have to take advantage of like an area where you can maybe just fight one person at a time, maybe a door frame or so, because otherwise you will be surrounded and then beaten to death. So this game, yeah, it's so awesome because, yeah, that's just the way it should work. And as promised, I did an interview with Toby. It's 48 minutes and we talked about post-launch content plans, and he didn't drop too much, but he said the next patch is just on its way. So maybe before or after this video there will already be a new patch online for you guys, and I will drop some more exclusive info that he dropped to me in that interview in a later video. So please subscribe to the channel to stay up to date and get first-hand info. Yeah, I have to confirm I'm a fanboy. Take that into account when like hearing my arguments and what I say. So now you know, and you can be critical for yourself what you take with that or what you do with that info. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you in the next or in the last video, maybe in this one where I told you something else, or that one. Totally recommended. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you in the next one. Goodbye guys, and don't forget to stay here.